Ruben Amorim feels like the first manager who I've seen who sticks with a system rather than an idea of how to play. So, you know, I use you, Roberto, as a reference. I always know how your teams will play with the ball. That's your idea. The formation might change, but Ruben Amorim, it's like, I've said this before, the formation's his baby. And to not change it or alter it in situations like that, I don't understand how you can stick with something so steadfastly in a situation like that when it's basically, you know, one guy up front who's not really up front. You don't need three players there. If you're going to keep with your system, maybe put midfield players there. You know, we see other managers do that. Maybe you bring a centre-back off and put a midfield player there because you're going to have so much more of the ball, so much more of possession. So I actually think it's not the losing the 3 points tonight. They can make that up through the season. I think it's one of those moments where I think a lot of people will really question the manager on the back of that defeat. They'll look at the players, and we know the players should do better, but the manager will take a lot of the blame for tonight.
Manchester United have suffered a shocking and humiliating defeat to 10-man Everton, leaving fans and pundits alike in disbelief. Despite holding a numerical advantage for over 80 minutes, United were unable to impose themselves, exposing serious issues with mentality, cohesion, and leadership under Ruben Amorim, Manchester United's head coach. From the first minute, it was clear that United lacked the intensity and focus needed to dominate. Passing was sloppy, pressing was non-existent, and the team seemed completely unprepared for the fight Everton brought to the pitch. Even with an extra player, United struggled to create meaningful chances, leaving supporters frustrated and angry. Social media erupted as fans vented their disappointment, describing the performance as unacceptable, embarrassing, and a complete collapse of standards. Pundits also highlighted tactical errors, poor substitutions, and a lack of leadership, all pointing to a club in crisis. The spotlight is firmly on Amorim, with calls for accountability and change growing louder with every passing hour. This result raises urgent questions about the team's mentality and long-term vision. How can a squad with so much talent look so flat against a weakened opponent? Is this defeat a temporary setback, or a sign of deeper issues within the squad and coaching structure? Only time will tell, but the pressure is now immense, and United must respond quickly to prevent a spiral of poor performances. For fans tracking every development, analyzing tactics, and seeking honest discussion, this moment is critical. Manchester United's reaction in the coming weeks will define the rest of their season. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the United Vibe for all breaking updates, analysis, and discussions on Manchester United's highs, lows, and everything in between.